Hello, my lovelies. My name is Tina Riley. Welcome to my podcast. This is TT Talks. I am so happy that you've decided to join me today. We're on a series called The Art of Making Love. And it's an important topic where I just give birth and be incredibly transparent about where I am in my love life and my insecurities. It's called The Art of Making Love. And I hope that as I pour, that you will be able to see yourself in my journey, learn from it so that you don't have to make the mistakes I've made. I hope it helps somebody. So this is part 3 of the topic, The Art of Making Love. I named it that because the first relationship that you have to repair, that I have to repair, is mine with myself. And so I've decided to take this journey with you and do something that I don't do. You can ask me about how old I am. You can ask me about, is this your hair, which it's not. You can ask me about a lot of different things, but don't ask me about my love life, and not about my love life, but don't ask me things that are private to me, when I'm not close to you. Let me fix it. So yeah, that's what I mean, because I'm gonna give you the blank stare. Only because it hurts. But I've decided to spend this time with you to just unpack some things. And because some women spend their lives trying to figure out men, I'm choosing to spend my life trying to figure me out. So there's going to be times during this series that I'm going to bring people on to talk about their journey, about the art of making love and their journey to their own self-discoveries about who they are and why they are where they are. So this is just my preliminary chat with you about the subject. So I'm 54 years old. I'm a Christian woman. I play significant roles in my church. I'm an elder, and I'm single. So I thought to myself, because I'm not transparent about this subject, that I would come on and talk to you about it, because this is what God has called me to do, because I wouldn't do it. But I'm here. So I think we talked about fixed mindsets last time we were together, and how we sabotage ourselves and the things that we tell ourselves, that negative self-talk, and none of that's true or real. And we really have to fess up to the fact that we've been feeding ourselves a bill of goods. Is that the right term? Yes, I think it is. It's not true. It's not real. It's not right. It's not okay. But we have decided that this is the only thing, this is where it is, and this is not going to go any further. Like I told myself for many decades that you're too fat. That's why men don't want you. You're not married because you're too fat. And that's not true. You're not married because, yeah, you're a Christian. You guys, they're not into Christian girls. That's not true. That's foolishness. But it's like thoughts that the enemy tries to put in your head. Fill in the blank for you. You're single because, or you've been divorced, or, you came out of an abusive relationship. So therefore you get what you deserve. And those are the lies of the enemy that he tries to fill your head with. You're single because you've been single so long. That means there's something that must be wrong with you. Nobody's perfect. I have to tell you the truth. Nobody's perfect. We're all here on a journey to self-discovery. And I don't want to lose or miss out on anything that God has for me in this season of my life. So I wanted to talk specifically to this time around about being unapologetically you and being the love that you want. And I'm not trying to sound like a love guru, I'm just trying to help myself, and in helping myself, I hope I help you. You are just gonna hear the thoughts in my head orally and audibly. So you're gonna take in what I'm telling you. Um, the Word of God talks about speak those things that be not as though they were. So to speak life into your situation. And we are a sum total of the things that we say to ourselves. So what are you saying to yourself? What do you believe about yourself? So I thought a certain way, and it was a fixed mindset that I'm fat, no one's going to want me. It's been long enough, you're 54 and you're old news. The devil's a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, the devil is a liar. So I thought today that we would go into some affirming words about you. I know that women don't often spend the time introspectively. We make sure the makeup is on right and the hair is did. We make sure that the look is right, but we don't know if we have the right emotional look. And that is the part that I'm determined to pursue. If a man comes along, that's great, but I need to pursue me. And that's who I'm after right now. So I thought about some affirming words. Women impart to everybody else, and they never impart to themselves. Like in women's ministry, I used to have a women's ministry, and like the mantra that I put in there was that women are everything to everybody else and nothing to themselves. And I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for you. You could be a wife and still feel single. You could be a wife and feel undone. You could be a girlfriend and still not feel at your optimal best. So let's affirm ourselves and be unapologetic about it. You could say to yourself that I'm successful. I'm strong. Now, before I go any further, sometimes when Black women say that they're strong, it's often thought of when they hear strong, they hear lack of emotion or, built, strong like bull. No, we're strong, we're resilient, but we also break. So we're strong that we can go through a lot and never let them see us sweat. But just the ability to gather ourselves after a disappointment, a breakup, a divorce, health issues. It is important to recalibrate and celebrate who you are. So let's say that you're strong, but there's a caveat there that I just explained. I'm intelligent. I'm a wise woman beyond my years. Say that to yourself. Oh, touch your chest and hold your head up when you say it. I'm intelligent. I have an incredible life, surrounded by good people that I love dearly, people that love me dearly. I'm kind to myself. Women, we're not always kind to ourselves, and we're not kind to each other. Sometimes we can treat each other poorly, and that's not okay. We treat each other poorly because we have a negative perception of ourselves. We want to celebrate each other and love on each other and be there for each other. So you are intelligent, you are strong, you have an incredible life. Remember that about yourself. I love all of me. That's another one. Flaws and all of me, all of me. The chubby side, the skin that's not always perfect, that temper, that short fuse I tend to have, and I do have a short fuse. But I celebrate the God in me and the woman that God has called me to be. Be kind to ourselves. We said that. I'm loved. I'm loved by the beloved, by the God of our salvation. I'm not into anything else except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. You call it something different. I know what I call it. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the life that God has given me, this platform to be transparent on, to speak life into my own self and to others. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the parents I have, for the sister I have. Shout out to my Riles. I love you, Sharon. I'm grateful. I'm constantly growing. For me right now, talking to you is me learning to grow, to come from one level to get to another place in my life. I'm always growing. I'm learning, even in my heartache. I'm learning, even in my pain. I'm learning. I'm learning how to accept and love myself and appreciate and value the woman that God has called me to be, to value her. Not the outside, not just that, but on the inside. I value the wisdom and the insight that God has given me. And I don't apologize for a minute about it. Remember, this is an unapologetic discussion. I love my body. I love my body. So my eyes getting big is my negative self-talk saying, no, you don't. But I love everything about my body. It's mine. I'm embracing of it. I care about it. I love my short legs. I love my legs. My legs are kind of cute. I love my face. I love my style. I love my sense of humor. You need to love yourself because we're going to attract that. When we can affirm ourselves, we're going to attract things to ourselves that are things that are healthy because you're going to be unapologetic about it, because you're not going to allow anyone or anything to get in the way of that. You're not going to settle anymore. So we love our bodies. Ladies, we love our bodies. Nod with me. We love our bodies. Period. Yeah. So I believe in myself. I believe in my potential. I believe in who I am and the gifts that God has given me. I believe in that. I believe that God has given me some very special giftings. And I'm proud of that, unapologetically. My actions are meaningful. I don't want to live this life, and nor should you want to live a life where there's no meaning to it. What's the point of being here if we're not bringing any meaning to it? If we're not having meaningful conversations and meaningful relationships, be it platonic or otherwise, family, friends, boyfriends, husbands, children. It's got to be meaningful. You know, what you do for Christ will last. That's it. It's got to mean something. It's got to be purposeful. There has to be value to it. Speaking of value, I am valued. I am special to a lot of people. I'm valued. And more importantly, I'm special to myself. I care about this TT. My dad gave me that name for a reason. I care about TT. I care about her. I wouldn't care about her if I wasn't on this podcast. I care about her so much that I said it's time to just be vulnerable, which I don't often do in front of too many people, and just tell it like it is and expose myself and acknowledge that I bring value everywhere I go. So I belong here. There's a lot of times a lot of people feel like a square peg in a round hole, and they don't feel like they belong where they are. They feel like the odd man out. They feel like, the black sheep or whatever it is that people say. No, you belong here on this earth. Let me also say to anyone out there that maybe you have whisperings of suicidal ideation and you feel like you don't belong, I rebuke that spirit in you right now. Maybe you have a plan to end it because you think that you don't have value and that you don't belong. You do belong. You have valuable relationships, people that care about you. Just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean that you don't belong or you don't have any meaning. There's more to life than boyfriends and girlfriends. There's more to life than that. You're a good friend. If you were gone, somebody would miss you. Don't allow the enemy room to whisper in your ear. Hear me. Call someone. Tell them how you're feeling. Cry on somebody's shoulder tonight if you've got to. But you are valued and you belong here. I'm worthy of love. Yeah. I don't think I even have to say anything about that one. I'm worthy of love. Say it to yourself. I'm worthy of love. I'm fearless. I know as women, we do things that scare us to death, but we often do it afraid, knowing that we've got to do it. I know for me, I was talking to somebody recently, I was talking to a dude, and I was explaining myself, and I said, when you're single, you and like maybe you're trying to get your car fixed, and then whoever you're talking to get your car fixed, your mechanic, it's like, oh, you're a woman, so I can manipulate you. You gotta stand up for yourself. So you know you have to be fearless. Get the right service that you deserve. So when I say this to you, yeah, I'm talking about you're afraid. Sometimes women are afraid of saying the wrong things or not looking demure or not looking feminine enough. But there are times when, there's no one else. You don't have your husband to call, call the mechanic and say, fix my wife's car. It's you. You're the one doing it. So there's a lot of things we have to do with fear, but push through the fear. Maybe, you're demanding some credit for something that you did and somebody at work is trying to take it from you. We've got to be courageous and fearless and not allow people to just traipse over you. You've got value, and we need to be strong and, in spite of the fear, do it anyway. There's one time I was standing up for myself recently, getting my car, getting the oil changed. And I don't know if it was a black thing or a racial thing, but I got in first and then another car came in and started fixing the other guy's car. And I thought to myself, what? No, maybe they're just walking around his car. No, they went underneath them. So I said, hey, I was here first. They ignored me. I said, no, I was here first. Please take care of my car first. I'm on time constraint. Please take care of my car first. Yeah, we'll get to you. No, I was here first. We have to assert ourselves. I was afraid, but I was right. Stand up for yourself. Be fearless. So that's really how I want to start this. I think that it's important for us to know that you have a right, you have a voice, you deserve to be where you are on this planet, in the relationships that you have and the value that you have. It's important that we recognize that. And if it means that you've got to affirm yourself and give yourself an affirmation every day, then do it. You matter, man. You matter. I'm not selling you fluff. And as I preach and teach, I'm also listening. We matter. You matter. I matter. Whether there ever is going to be a ring on this finger, I matter. And I'd rather spend my life alone than settle. Amen? So with that, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to have people on soon enough to talk about their experiences. But for now, this is TT Talks. Please like and subscribe. Please. This is just me getting started. I'm very pregnant and I have a lot more to say and to share. So with that, thank you very much for joining me today on my podcast. Until next time, God bless.